Why do people leave the Quran and the Sunnah to follow a scholar? What do they have? We will look at three reasons. The first reason, the Sunnah has been divided by these scholars among themselves. Firstly and obviously, we can see that these scholars did not exist at one time and era. Then where did this kind of a meeting happen where they decided, okay, I'm going to take this Sunnah and you take this Sunnah and you take this Sunnah. And think of it, if all the scholars, they divided the Sunnahs equally, then how much does one of them get? What percentage does he get? 25%. And how much does he leave? 75%. You mean to say, Allah Mustaan, that these scholars, they left out 75% of the Sunnah? If they took 25% and they left out 75%, this is absolutely wrong. So those people who have put forward this kind of an argument, this is a very erroneous and wrong and an insulting argument for the Imams of fiqh, and we don't allege them to have done this. Second reason what people say is that, see, all of these scholars are correct. All of them are correct. If you mean that all of these scholars are scholars of Islam, are scholars of the Quran and the Sunnah, then yes, we agree and we accept. In fact, we are going to see the statements and the methodology taught by these scholars to their followers. However, if what a person means that all of these scholars are correct in every single issue, then this is wrong. Why? For example, if you are in the state of wudu and if you have an injury and you bleed and blood flows from your wound, then people will ask you, are you Hanafi or a Shafi? If you are a Hanafi, your wuzu is broken. And if you are a Shafi, then your wuzu is not broken. On the other hand, if you are in the state of wudu and you happen to touch a woman who is a non-mahram, then according to the Shafi fiqh, your wuzu is broken, and according to the Hanafi fiqh, your wuzu is not broken. Now these two are just two examples. The point is, either wuzu is broken or it is not broken. It cannot be that the wuzu is there and not there at the same time. It cannot be that wuzu is valid and invalidated at the same time. It cannot be. And we find that there are differences of opinion in various issues, in matters of salah, in matters of wudu, in matters of nikah, in matters of talaq. It won't be that the salah is valid and invalid, nikah is valid and invalid, talaq is valid and invalid. It can't be. So there are so many issues, and there are scholars who have compiled these differences. What we say is that we respect the scholars. We respect the research they put in. We respect the efforts they put in. And we feel and perceive from within our hearts that in matters where they differed also, one of the scholars has got double reward and the second of the scholars has got one reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the effort he's put in. However, both are not correct. And we have to strive and seek knowledge. And when we seek knowledge, we don't have to tie ourselves down with stubborn blind following of one of the scholars that no, I'm a follower of so and so. I'm not going to leave his statement, come what may. This is wrong. However, there are some issues where there are multiple practices of the Prophet ﷺ. For example, we find the method of witr. The Prophet ﷺ prayed witr in many different ways. But there should be authentic proof of that particular opinion. Then we can follow. Not merely because it has been mentioned by a great scholar. How can he be wrong? He's a human being. We should understand this. This brings us to the third reason which people put forward. They say, see, the layman, he cannot do research. So let him just blindly follow one of the scholars and never ever look on any other side. He's a follower of that scholar. No need to look at the evidences of any other scholar. No need to seek evidences. No need to seek knowledge. Just follow your scholar. That's it. I'm asking you, my brothers and sisters, please think of this. If that layman does any action of shirk, if he is prostrating before other than Allah, if he is doing dua to other than Allah, then will we say you are a layman, you can't understand, you continue to do shirk? Will we say that to him? If he is a layman and he is doing innovations in religion, then will we say to him that no, you are a layman, you cannot understand, you continue to do innovations in religion? For you, it's allowed because you are a layman. Even in worldly matters, that layman, he goes to purchase gold or he goes to purchase something else from the market. He has senses and ability. He is smart and wise. He can check up. But when we come to masail in religion, no, he's a layman. He just can't understand. Isn't this a double standard? Is this fair on the sunnah of the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam? That we tell people that no, you can't understand, so you don't seek knowledge. Are we trying to put religion out of the reach of the layman? My brothers and sisters, this layman is encouraged to seek knowledge. After Aqidah, the first thing in Ibadah is Salah. Our Prophet ﷺ said, Sallu kama ra'aytumuni usalli. Pray as you have seen me praying. So we tell him, you seek knowledge about Salah. Even if you learn one thing from our Prophet ﷺ, even if you are able to correct one mistake, it will be corrected in every single rakat. It will be corrected in every single Salah. And when finally he stands before Allah on the Day of Judgment, even if he has corrected just one single mistake, it will make a significant difference in his account on the Day of Judgment.